Hi guys, it's Tom here from CC Workout. Now today's video is centered all around how to grow your chest. So I'm just going to be giving you a few tips to maximize your chest development. So let's get straight into the video.
We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost.
So the first tip is to hit the chest from all possible angles. So in a workout, you want to be incorporating at least one exercise that will be a flat movement, one that will be an incline movement, and one that will be a decline movement. The reason behind this is that different parts of the chest are responsible for different movement planes. For example, an incline press puts more tension on the upper chest, a decline press focuses more on the lower chest, and a flat press would focus on the overall chest as a whole. Now these don't all have to be presses. For example, with cable flies, you can do them low to high to engage the upper chest more, or high to low to engage the lower chest, or just flat to get a little bit of both. If you want that round, full looking chest, you want to be hitting all the fibers possible. So to ensure this, I would do an incline, a decline, and a flat movement in all your chest workouts. The second tip is to do a mixture of compound movements and isolation movements. So in relation to chest, this would be presses and flies. With a press, you can overload the chest with some much heavier weight, which when you get stronger, you can apply a progressive overload and grow the muscle that way. With flies, you are fully isolating the chest, so you're removing the triceps and the front delt that you'd get in a press, and fully isolating the chest to get a proper stretch and squeeze, and so you can accumulate more volume in that way. You want to be doing presses and flies in every chest workout and not just one or the other. If you just do presses, you're not going to get everything you can out of the chest because your triceps or front delts may fail first. On the other hand, if you only do flies, you're not tapping into that progressive overload of doing heavy movements like a press. Therefore, doing both flies and presses in every chest workout will help you get maximum chest development.
Take it slow, mister.
The third tip is whenever doing any type of press, whether it be incline, flat or decline, and even flies, make sure to retract your scapula. If you don't know what this means, it essentially just means pulling your shoulder blades back and bunching them together and pressing them against the bench or whatever you're leaning back on. This is important for two reasons. Firstly, it allows you to isolate the chest more, so you're using less front delt. You're going to use more front delt when you're hunched over, whereas when you're properly retracting your shoulder blades, you're going to be using mostly chest. The second reason is for the health of your shoulders. So if you're not retracting your shoulder blades and they're all bunched forward when you're pressing, this is going to put a lot of strain on your rotator cuff, and this is why rotator cuff injuries are so common, especially with something like flat bench where you're lifting heavy and overloading. This can put a lot of tension on your rotator cuff. Even if you are using proper form and retracting your scapula, I think it's still important to warm up the rotator cuff, as this is an area that can get injured quite frequently, especially when doing flat barbell bench press. The fourth tip is especially common while pressing, and it is to think about driving your hands or your elbows together at the top of the movement. It's all too common, especially when lifting heavy weight, to just think about pressing the weight. But especially if you're using dumbbells, which obviously are free moving, you can bring them closer together at the top of the movement to get a full contraction of the pecs. And even with a barbell, if you think of the cue of pulling your hands in together, it can help you to get higher levels of activation in the pecs. The final tip is to vary up your rep ranges. It's all too common to see people go to the gym and just bang out 3 sets of 10 of whatever exercise they're doing. Now personally, I would put the heavier stuff at the start of the workout when you're going to be the most fresh, and this I would probably put in a 6 to 8 rep range. This is where you're going to be targeting more of those fast twitch fibers. Then for the second exercise, I'd probably go moderate weight, 8 to 12 reps, and then finishing off with a fly or something like that that's more isolation, I would do 10, even as high as 15 reps. Varying your rep range and how heavy you're going is going to ensure you're going to hit all the fibers of the chest. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and please subscribe to our channel, and let us know in the comments down below if these tips helped you out with your chest development. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next video.